Alright guys, we've had multiple casualties in the previous 24 hours in the markets itself, right? Now, in some situations, there are some unavoidable circumstances, guys. Now, yesterday was a very crazy event for a global macroeconomy as well, right? We saw that Kazakhstan's government resigned, guys. A government resigning, a country's government simply resigning out of nowhere. I mean, I'm pretty much certain it didn't come out from nowhere, but there were certain things happening in the country. Most likely, guys, the fuel prices kind of led into a complete breakdown by the citizens, and well, we now have government's resignation coming in from Kazakhstan itself, right? Now, thus, they're kind of seeking help from Russia itself at the moment, and let's just hope that all the conditions and all the situations they do get normalized in the coming days. But, guys, certainly, this is one of the macroeconomics event that nobody could have predicted, right? So, this kind of uncertainty in the fundamentals in the macroeconomy kind of led into the price action and the uncertainty in the markets as well, guys. And remember, whenever we talk about exit liquidity, cryptocurrencies are the easiest to sell off, guys. It's as clear as it can get, right? Now, even if you are dealing with markets as a whole, if you're dealing with the equities or something like that, the settlement takes around like a couple of days or something like that. And even if you talk about commodities for that matter, if you talk about real estate for that matter, all these things will take, let's just say, a week or something like that for the final settlement, right? But crypto assets, guys, crypto freaking assets are the easiest point of liquidity entry and exit, which is why, guys, whenever we go through any global macroeconomic situation, crypto assets are supposed to take the first hit, right? And that is when it kind of leads into other assets as well. So crypto assets are kind of like your early indicator as well. But in this video, guys, look, this is what really happened in the fundamental side of things. I was really skeptical about the fact that maybe the hash rate has also gone down by quite a bit, guys, because there has been speculation about the fact that the hash rate coming from Kazakhstan is literally the second highest in the entire world, right? But it seems to me like, look, guys, with the price drop, the hash rate did not drop much. We just took a look at maybe 15 to 16% drop in the hash rate. That is your regular hash rate dropout, guys. It's nothing exciting right here. I mean, nothing big happened in terms of the Bitcoin mining industry as a whole, mining landscape as a whole. Whatever happened was simply in the price action, guys. We simply broke some key levels. We simply broke down out of some key support, right? Now, yesterday's video was all about Bitcoin getting beautifully supported at $46,000, but nope. You have these kind of events and nothing can stop the price action. Nobody can come in and buy and add the support on such kind of situations, guys. So the hash rate did not drop at all. That's kind of good news. Bitcoin network is still stringent. Bitcoin network is still okay, guys. We do not see anything happening on the fundamental side of things if we talk about the Bitcoin mining network as a whole. Remember, guys, we're just talking about Bitcoin right here in terms of the fundamentals because this is the market maker right here. If Bitcoin is not getting affected in terms of the fundamentals, maybe most of the crypto assets are fundamentally okay, guys. This was a simple market reaction, a simple market-wide reaction that was because of the panic that is being caused in Kazakhstan, guys. Now, these things, they do happen. They do extrapolate into crypto markets as well, as we all can see right now in the price action, right? So now let's take a look at the price action itself, guys. So yesterday's video was all about the fact that Bitcoin could maybe attempt a real breakout from these levels, and I was putting a lot of weight into 48,000, guys. Patience was pretty much required right here if we were talking about a bullish trade in the market, right? But it looks to me like we did not do anything about it, guys. We just simply printed in lower highs again and again and again. That led to the ultimate breakdown of this entire zone, guys. Now, if we talk about the targets, the measured moves right here, we're still halfway through, right? The measured move is coming in all the way towards the 40,000 regions, which is aligning with this entire zone right here, guys. Now, the price action did stop at $42,500 regions, a level that I've been talking about ever since Bitcoin was on these levels, guys. Holy shit. So Bitcoin is back again on these levels. So what have we done in the previous 4 to 5 months? 6 months, actually. Pretty much nothing, guys. Pretty much nothing. All we have done right here in the price action is just set in a big, gigantic head and shoulder, to be honest with you guys. Now, honestly, this one is looking to me like it's a gigantic pattern that is unfolding itself, simply taking a lot of time in the market to play out. But yes, guys, this is what is happening in the bigger picture as a whole, right? Now, what can we do right here, guys? Now, the thing is that whenever your price action gets really obvious in the market, it's pretty much easy for the market makers to create bull traps and bear traps, right? So I'm going to be putting a lot of focus once again into $48,000 regions. If I did not take any short position, guys, look, if I was not interested in shorting Bitcoin right here, what the hell am I doing trying to short Bitcoin on these levels when the move has already played out? And the RSI, look, guys, this RSI is kind of weird, but the RSI is already at critical zones, completely oversold zones. So we could be looking at crazy bounces that that will have, I don't know guys, some random magnitude, right? So the bounces that can come from these levels can certainly be really crazy as well, which is why guys, this is not a time to take a new position in the market. Most likely we will have a little bounce back and we'll retest this breakdown right here. That is when you go for the short entry. And well, to be honest with you guys, I'm going to be putting a lot of focus back again into this entire zone right here, 48,000 regions. And until we're below that, we do have all the reasons to believe in the fact that this is a macro head and shoulder that can push Bitcoin's price down all the way towards some macro lows, which is sitting at $30,000 regions, guys. Now, to be honest with you, this piece of price action is not strengthful at all, right? We did have real chances with Ethereum also doing the same thing yesterday, but no guys, no, I think we got accelerated to the downside, so we're going to be spending some time right here, at least for some days, right? Now in the extreme small time frames, I do expect Bitcoin to create bounces from these levels, guys. As you can see right here, bam, this down move literally halted at $42,500 regions right here. With this magnitude, you stopped right out of these levels, which tells us that yes, there is huge bidding activity going on at these levels, guys. Now even if I put on the VPVR, let's see if I have the VPVR right. I do not have it. Damn it. Let's see what the visible range is telling us, guys, and I'm going to be increasing all the sizes and the numbers right here for you, so we can just take a look at the real picture right here. As you can see, guys, we're kind of slipping away from the highest volume node. You can see right here this macro picture, this macro price action structure itself that started literally the last year, guys. All right, now there's one more thing we can talk about this price action. Bitcoin has been range bound and sideways literally for one whole year, guys, right? Now we've been literally on to $50,000 regions for almost a year. The average price of Bitcoin, whether we go to the downside all the way towards 30,000, whether we go to the upside for a $65,000 Bitcoin, the average price of Bitcoin has been at $50,000 regions, guys. So it looks to me like this is a macro level. This is going to be a big impactful level, even if you talk about the price action coming in maybe 4 to 5 years down the line, right? So this is something which is also happening in the market. We can see that $50,000 has a crazy amount of significance, and the highest volume node, we just kind of let go of the highest volume node right here, guys. Now what is happening is that the next high volume node is sitting in at 39,000, exactly the price action which is your price action target out of this entire resolution as well. That is going to be at 39,000, guys. Most likely we'll be taking all the stop losses right here if we keep on continuing to the downside, right? Now even in the extremely small time frames, I do not see any signs of reversals as of now. I mean, the volume was pretty much real, guys. We had this breakdown happening in a very high volume right here, which is why this entire structure's resolution to the downside is for real, guys. Most likely Bitcoin is going to spend a lot of time below $48,000 right here. We'll be facing crazy amount of resistance if we simply retrace all the way towards these price points. And in the first and the foremost pass, even if Bitcoin goes towards $40,000, it's going to be a sell, guys. Most likely it's going to be a sell, right? So this is something we should be looking forward to in the coming days. Now the thing is that since we are trading these markets, we got to be changing our bias keys, guys. Most likely we have to shift our biases into a little bearishness, right? To be honest with you, for this exact moment in time, the move has already played out, right? So entering into a new position from these levels is certainly going to be well, to be honest with you, it's not going to be exactly the best strategy out there, honestly, but spending some time right here waiting for Bitcoin to finally resolve something is going to be a better thing to do, I guess, right? Now guys, in terms of the historical volatility, let me just put on the volatility as well. I do not have anything. I'm kind of changing my layouts as well, right? BA historical volatility. Do we have it right here? Yes, we do have right here, guys. Now the settings for this one is certainly going to be different, right? But we'll just take a look at a little brief outlook of the HV itself. To be honest with you guys, this is nothing, right? This is absolutely nothing right here. I mean, the high volatility areas was something that Bitcoin was doing on $30,000 regions, or maybe on the top at $60,000 to $50,000 regions. Now, what we are looking at in the current price action is that the volatility is still quite less in comparison to what was happening right here and right here, guys. Now, even if the small to mid time frames have played out this crazy humongous 10% downside move, the bigger move is yet to play out, guys. Right now, I'm not saying that we will capitulate in the coming days. I mean, look guys, things can be very less volatile. It can simply drift sideways as the liquidity keeps on drying out from the market. It can simply go sideways and the resolution just won't come. Now, this is something also Bitcoin likes to do again and again, guys. As you can see right here, the downside resolution or the upside resolution did not happen. It simply did not happen for more than 2 months straight up, guys. And well, the volatility was kind of high, so we don't have the exact comparison in the price action, but but the overall landscape was the fact that Bitcoin simply drifted sideways for a very long time, right, and did absolutely nothing. So these things could also happen. So what we should do is we should not expect for breakouts or breakdown every single freaking minute in the market, right? In the market, if you're looking at the price action, right? So lower the expectations, guys. Lower the expectations from your crazy upside or downside moves for the timing, at least until we are above this entire support zone right here. Most likely Bitcoin will produce some bounces, guys. As you can see, these down moves have been, let's just say right here, it has been down, consolidation, down once again. And now we could be expecting a little more consolidation coming out of these levels. We have obvious looking support coming out of these price points, and the market certainly got over freaking bearish. Obviously, guys, this is a bearish event right here. Market is supposed to get over bearish. And certainly, guys, I'm also bearish in the market. Looking at this price action, nobody can get bullish. No professional trader would try to get bullish looking at this price action, to be honest with you. With the global uncertainty playing out as of now, yes, this is kind of like a situation that I'm going to be staying away from, guys. And there was an FOMC meeting that happened yesterday as well. Lot of macroeconomics factors also playing out, guys. So judging the fundamentals right here, the overall landscape in the markets right here is certainly something that you have to keep in your mind, guys. Now, one can be simply blindsided with all the technicalities and the charts patterns and all of that, right? Now, certainly, guys, we can have all the technical reasons that yes, we had a squeeze grind breakdown, but this was accelerated because of a fundamental, because of a macro situation that happened right yesterday itself. So with that said, guys, I do not think Bitcoin is in a trading zone right here. If anything, I would be expecting a bounce coming from these levels that could retest the breakdown, right? Now, whereas to the downside, if we do lose $42,500 regions, that could be a little devastating, guys. That could be certainly eye-opening for my Bitcoin holdings as well, right? Bitcoin holdings. I'm a fucking Bitcoin investor, guys. I don't invest in anything but Bitcoin, right? With that said, guys, let's take a look at Ethereum, the god market for the altcoins itself, right? So if Ethereum is breaking down, there is absolutely no point scratching your head in altcoins, guys. So the two setups that I posted yesterday on the video itself, one was graph token, the other one was theta. I'm pretty much sure both of these setups got completely obliterated, guys, which is why we always have R and R ratios. Remember, if the fundamental situation that played out yesterday and the FOMC meeting that happened yesterday did not, all right, let's just say that the conclusions came out to be pretty bearish, right? Had the conclusions come out okay-ish to, let's just say, a little bullish in the market, all the setups would have simply played out, guys. The only reason why we do have all kind of stop losses is the fact that we don't want to be stuck. We don't want to be stuck in front of a headlight like a fucking deer, guys. We just got to get our head blown, right? So the thing is that you always have to manage your risk. Even if you're not placing any technical stop loss, you need to understand some key levels to get the fuck out of the market when the market is simply going against you, guys. Especially if you're playing with fire in the market. I'm pretty much sure a lot of people are simply over trading, guys. I'm pretty much sure a lot of you are simply leverage trading in the market in such landscape, right? So if you're leverage trading, you should be very freaking clear about certain levels, guys. And if you're not clear about certain levels, you'll watch your fucking equity go to zero in front of your eyes, guys. This has happened to me when I was a new player in the market, right? I was simply doing everything that I'm not supposed to do as a trader, to be honest with you. So playing with leverage is simply playing with fire. So you need to understand your risk management areas. You need to understand some key levels, and you have to have a good mental stop loss as well, so that you do understand that if market goes down south from certain key points, I have to get the fuck out and I have to save my equity for good, right? I'm talking to traders right here, guys. I'm not talking to investors. If people are investing right here, this is a good opportunity. And I did add into my Ethereum's investment portfolio, guys. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for Ethereum to go down on these levels at maybe $800, I don't know, guys, or maybe $8 as well. I don't give a fuck about it. But what I'm sure is that if Ethereum goes to some crazy down moves, I'm going to be adding into my investment, guys. This is how I look at investments. Remember, looking at any asset as an investment and any asset as a trader is completely different, guys, altogether, right? Now, if you're trading in the market, the landscape, the dynamics, and the time frame, and everything else that revolves around it will certainly be very different from an investor mindset, guys. If you're investing into anything, first of all, be a very responsible investor, right? Invest the money that you don't really give a fuck about, right? I mean, if you have to pay your bills with certain amount of money you have in your bank account, do not invest that. Just don't invest that. Lot of my friends have been doing that, guys. Lot of my freaking friends have been coming into financial markets literally because Bitcoin went to $64,000, and they have been investing like fucktards, man. Holy shit. I hope you're not one of those people. Open your eyes and just understand that nothing rips to the upside in one single go, guys. It's not a one-way stream to the upside. Things will be fucking shaky, things will be fucking crazy. This is literally one of those events, right? This is one of those days when you simply scratch your head. If you're overexposed in the market, you'll be simply scratching the fuck out of your head, wondering, what the fuck did I do to myself, right? So this is what happens, guys. This is what happens. Always be responsible and get rich fucking slow, man. Get rich slow. Do not jump into crypto assets wondering that you're going to be a fucking millionaire in 1 week or something like that. Do not invest with that mindset. Invest with the mindset that you are creating a net worth, you're diversifying yourself, you are believing in some underlying technology, so you're investing without any potentially devastating stuff happening to you, right? A lot of things to keep in mind, guys. Be a responsible market participant as a whole. This channel is all about discipline as well, guys, which is why I can simply go a little not so crazy at sometimes talking about these things, because I did go through a lot of wreck behavior myself, only to just only to get knocked out of my balls when I was simply talking to my mentor as a whole. Look, guys, to be honest with you, what am I trying to do right here for this community? At least from my experience, I'm simply trying to share my experience with you guys right here, right? Because if I were in this kind of landscape literally 4 years ago, let me just be very frank and honest, guys. I would have gotten wrecked out of the market as a whole, guys. I would have simply gotten wrecked, guys. Let me be very, very honest with you guys right here. So if anybody lost crazy amount of money with this 10% down move that came in on Ethereum and most of the altcoins, you're simply over fucking leveraged, right? And you're simply playing with fire. And there's one more thing, guys. A lot of people look at liquidation prices at their fucking stop losses. Holy shit, guys. That's also a wrecked behavior. Looking at liquidation prices as your stop losses, I mean, are you even sure you're trading in the market or you're gambling in the market as a whole? So if you're doing all of these things, these are the simplest things that you can cut off from your habitual things, right? As a trader, guys, we have to be responsible. As money managers, we're fucking dealing with money right here, and markets are unpredictable. Nobody can predict market in one single straight line, guys. Everybody is trying to do their best. Everybody's trying to play out their technical setups, guys. Even the hedge funds do not know about the macro events potentially playing out, guys. I'm pretty much sure a lot of hedge funds did unload their positions, at least Bitcoin positions, yesterday because of global uncertainty, guys. It just simply happened. It came out of nowhere, right? So it did cause a lot of fuckery across the market, right? Okay, guys, so with that said, I think that this is not the time to enter a new position in the market. This is time to wait and watch what the market does. And I was expecting Ethereum to react very nicely at $3,500 regions, but it looks to me like this region is kind of proving out to be a little weak in the market as a whole, right? So altcoins in general are looking very, very weak. Look at this price action. We are nowhere close to a fucking bottom right here, guys. Holy shit. I mean, literally, as I was talking to you guys in this video, we simply took out the previous lows right here that we were trying to put in a bottom on small time frames. But it looks to me like Ethereum really wants to continue its downtrend, guys. And from a trader's point of view, look at this piece of price action. You had a squeeze and a grind, and then you resolve to the downside. A good looking fucking trade to the downside. Holy shit, this was a good looking 11% move that you could have simply capitalized on, right? On the other side, once again, a squeeze and a grind and a good resolution for about a 9% move. These are the moves that you can leverage yourself out in the market and have a tight fucking stop loss right at the breakout zone and maybe let the position ride, guys. Look, what you do is that you simply scale out of the position as the price action keeps on going to the downside, right? Now, you don't wait for your exact price point target to be hit to close that entire position at once. You keep on scaling out of the market as the market keeps on going in your direction, guys. This is something that you have to do as a trader, right? Now, from a trader's point of view, this was a good looking squeeze grind resolution, and we are still looking at continuation trend to the downside. If I invert the chart, this is a strong freaking trend, guys. Holy shit, the Asian hours has also come in very, very bearish in the market, right? This is, I mean, right now we are dealing with Asian hours and we are still looking at continuation downtrend coming in on Ethereum itself, which is why, guys, I'm going to be staying even if I'm trading, I'm going to be staying away from altcoins, right? The only time frame that I'm going to be really interested in trading is going to be 15 seconds, guys. Now, this is something which, well, it kind of works out as an edge, guys. It simply works out an edge. And yesterday I scalped the fuck out of Ethereum, guys. I simply scalped the hell out of Ethereum, right? Now look, just take a look at this moving average right here. This white line is 350 moving average. Time frame is 15 seconds. Every single goddamn time it was coming to 350, I was shorting it, guys. I was simply shorting it, right? I was inverting the chart and I was shorting Ethereum every single time it was coming here. And I was not targeting more than a percent move, guys. Remember, this is scalping, right? We're not talking about capitalizing on 10% moves in one single go. What we can do is we can short here, we can buy right here. All right, let me just invert the chart. You can see Look at this, guys. Look at this. So I was simply scalping the hell out of Ethereum yesterday night, guys. It was crazy, guys. Holy shit. I do believe that I took this trade right here. I simply shorted Ethereum on these levels when I saw the moving average retest right here, guys. Remember, this was a continuation trend coming in on the 15-second time frame. Remember, when the market gets volatile, these are the time frames that are actually playing out on some key moving averages, guys. Although you can be creative with 1 minute, 3 minute, and 5 minute time frames, but as a greater edge, these time frames can certainly work out for good. Holy shit, I saw that coming 2 minutes ago. Alright guys, this video is already 20 minutes long, but this is something which you're supposed to be doing as a trader, right? And if you're overly exposed in the market, if you're simply investing with something that you can't afford to lose, you'll not have the right mindset to capitalize on these moves, right? So guys, simply enough, if I was trading this one, I went for a good looking trade right here, guys. I think the target was somewhere around $35, $70 regions, right? And this was a good 2% move to the downside. Once again, I waited for the price action to consolidate alongside the 350 moving average as a whole, and I simply targeted the bottom side once again. So another 4 to 5% move that I was simply able to capture on, guys. Now these time frames are certainly working out, right? Try for yourself. If you have access to 15-second time frame, yes, it does work like a charm, guys. Holy shit. Like, to be honest with you, whenever the asset is in a trending motion, these time frames do work out like a charm, guys. Okay, that said, I'm going to take care of a lot of chores for the day itself, guys, and I hope that you are managing your trade and your equity perfectly fine, guys. This channel has been all about discipline, and I hope you're following up with that, right? Because, well, trading is not easy, guys. Trading is not easy. Money management and everything is not that easy. If you have decided to be a trader, you have to stick to certain things, some principles, a well-defined system, and above everything, you have to function in discipline, right? Which is going to be a good factor, and which is going to be making you profitable in the long run, right? So get rich slow, and best of luck for your trading, guys. I'll catch all of you pretty soon. Bye for now.